Good morning, everyone. This is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX Global, bringing you the morning comment for the 14th of December. The Bank of Japan's favorite measure of economic activity, the Tankan survey, beat expectations in Q4, which could suggest that Japanese companies have been able to cope with the weak domestic consumption and the Chinese slowdown. This could ease pressure on the Bank of Japan to act in Friday. According to the survey, capital spending is expected to increase by 10.8%, a slowdown from the previous quarter, which suggests that some companies are delaying investment. Furthermore, the amount of investment that actually takes place is often less than the forecast in the Tankan survey. Therefore, despite the better than expected results, concerns on the economic outlook remain among Japanese businesses. As for today's highlights, Eurozone's industrial production for October is expected to have increased a bit, a turnaround from September. As for the speakers, Bank of England Deputy Governor Minur Shafik speak during the day. As for the rest of the week, all eyes will be on Wednesday's much anticipated FOMC policy meeting. The committee is expected to start its third hiking cycle in more than a decade. The solid improvement in the labor market and the strong US outlook are the main reasons behind the expected interest rate increase on Wednesday. So far this year, non-farm payrolls average a 200,000 increase per month, and the unemployment rate is now at 5%, which is within the Fed's Nauru range. As such, this could put upward pressure on wages, which could translate to stronger inflationary pressures. Moreover, the policymakers want to act now as they fear that if they postpone the first hike, the tightening cycle may not be as gradual as they want. Currently, the market assigns approximately 80% probability of a hike, which gives the impression of a done deal. Therefore, the focus will turn to the dot plot and the pace of the future rate hikes. A lazy rate hike, where the initial hike would be followed by a prolonged pause, could take some of the steam of USD strength. On the other hand, an aggressive lift-off path within short intervals could prove very bullish for the greenback. On Tuesday, the Swedish Central Bank holds its monetary policy meeting, and expectations are for the bank to remain on hold. At its last policy meeting, the Riksbank kept its policy unchanged as was broadly expected, but expanded its bond purchases program. Nevertheless, in the statement accompanying the decision, the bank said that economic activity in Sweden is strengthening and inflation is showing a clear upward trend. On top of that, the disappointment by the ECB on the 3rd of December leaves room for the Riksbank to wait a bit more before acting again. In the UK, the CPI data for November are forecast to show that inflation rate has escaped from the negative territory and has risen to 0.1% year on year. This could support the pound somewhat. From the US, we get the CPI rate for November as well. US CPI is the last piece of important data ahead of the Fed's decision, and they are likely to enter the basket of the indicators supporting a rate hike. German ZUW survey for December is due out as well. On Wednesday, besides the FOMC meeting, the UK employment report for October is coming out. The forecast is for the unemployment rate to have remained unchanged, while average weekly earnings are expected to have decelerated. Although this could cause the pound to reverse some of its possible gains following the CPI data, earnings are by nature very volatile, and we do not think that a possible slowdown is a sign of weakness. We expect the labor market to continue tightening in the foreseeable future. On Thursday, another bank meets to decide on its interest rates, the Norges Bank. No action is expected by the Norway Central Bank, but the recent tumble in oil prices is slowing Norway's oil and gas investments and could keep NOK under selling pressure. As for indicators, the German IFO survey for December is due to be released. The forecast is for the business climate index to remain unchanged, while the expectations index to tick up a bit. This is a bit more or less in line with the ZU expectations and could support euro somewhat. On Friday, the Bank of Japan will also hold its monetary policy meeting. The bank is expected to remain on hold, and the focus will be once again on the press conference held by Governor Kuroda following the decision. It will be interesting to see if he reiterates his upbeat view over the Japan's economy, especially after the nation avoided a technical recession when its Q3 GDP growth was revised up. From Canada, both the headline and core CPI rates are expected to have accelerated in November. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade delivered directly to you. And also, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX Global, wishing you solid trading.